Thank you for choosing to listen to this message. At Coastal, we believe in changing and enriching lives through the power of the Word. We pray that this sermon would be a blessing to you.
To me. And we pulling into the hospital, boom, windows completely down. So only with baby 4 can you allow your wife to go in, check in, and try to go fix the window real quick before surgery time. So that's what I did, run over, got some duct tape store nearby, and made my car a hoopty for the week and duct taped it all up. And yep, thankfully she couldn't drive for a while, and I was able to get it fixed before she was really back in the driver's side with all that duct tape. But duct tape does not work that well, too. I know there's that saying that says, when in doubt, duct tape it, but they either started making that cheaper from when that saying came out, but it don't work. So now I'm all worried, like, I got a car that's just sitting in the parking lot, run out every once in a while, okay, window's still up. Well, then we go into surgery, we come out, and that duct tape fell off, window's just wide open. So thankfully some family was coming, and if you're in the construction world, there's this stuff called zip tape. I mean, it weatherproofs. That thing held the window till it could be fixed. But so then as I'm fixing the window, I'm just sitting there, what about this window is it? And finally when it gets done, I got the new regulator in, and it just went up. It doesn't matter how many times that window fell. It was eventually going to get back up, and it was eventually going to work again. Proverbs 24:16. For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity. I know I let that thing frustrate me a little more than it should have, but at the same time, it's just that. It's just, you get up, you rise again, and get over it. Again, here's another little lyric. You never said it would be easy, but you always said that you'd be with me. Yeah, no fear. I know you're here. My help comes from above. Things below won't bring me down. So it's just that. Satan's below you. Satan is not even on your level. So don't even allow him. Hebrews 2:14 through 18. Since therefore the children share in flesh and blood, he himself likewise partook of the same things, that through death he might destroy the one who has the power of death, that is, the devil, and deliver all those who through fear and death were subject to lifelong slavery. For surely it is not angels that he helps, but he helps the offspring of Adam. That goes on, I think, one more there. Okay, yeah. So therefore he had to be made like his brothers in every respect, so that he might become a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God, to make propitiation, for the sins of the people, for because he himself has suffered when tempted, he is able to help those who are being tempted. Give it to Jesus. You see, Jesus didn't die so that we could sin. He died so that we have that resurrection power to battle against the one who is battling, and that is Satan. And he is going to try to take whatever feelings, emotions, and tell you it ain't right. I mean, just even leading up to, so you ain't Jedediah, you're not good enough to be up here right now. You know you got your stuff. Just put that away. Put it away. When Pastor asked me, I've just always tried to set, after that 8 years ago, that if I even had an inkling that it was from God, I'll just say yes. And then from there, we'll figure out where it goes. But when he says yes, you know that you're already taken care of. So he doesn't need you. He just needs you to say yes, okay? So sometimes when you think you're declaring not today, I skipped that one part. Sorry. So God formed you so he can use you. You're here for God. As this sermon was coming up, even after the baby, sometimes when you think you're declaring not today, Satan, God has a different plan though. Um, Haiti's been one area that I just always wanted to say yes to after the first time I ever went there. But back in the year 15 and 16, we were there over New Year's, and just some things happened that were just out of nowhere, but which I don't know how to word this one just right. I mean, I don't know if it was Saint or not, but God had his own plan there. I remember that New Year's Eve night laying in that tent with Philemon, and these interpreters were just blaring this song on repeat. They were like right across from us. And I'm sitting there like, man, do I even want to keep doing this? Do I want to deal with this struggle and deal with these issues? And that song just kept playing. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. And then from there, Phil and I continued to decide to go, and we continued to get resistance. In the year 17 when we went, it's the first time we're stepping out, just the two of us. All of a sudden, we find out a plane costs $700 each way. We were used to, hey, everybody pitched in the 150, and God provided that money from a past place that we never even saw it coming from a previous church. My wife's just like, well, why don't you ask old pastor? And so I did, and it was done. And then even up to this year, as we're coming in, things have just been rearranging, and I've been sitting here battling like, oh man, this is Satan trying to, tell me not to go. But I came into the beauty of it. It's God telling me, look, Jedi, I know you. You're going to go anyways, but you got other things you need to take care of at that moment. You're going to go, but we're just going to go a little later. And it's a tough battle to always try to get that clarity of what you're battling, where it is God. I remember sitting in Haiti with Pastor, and he was making a comment. I heard my father say to me, and I remember asking him, like, how do you really just, know God's talking to you? Sometimes you don't even really know, and I just had maybe one instance after that. My son, if you're a parent, you're always trying to tell your kids, come on, come on, come on. Usually not a lot of the time. And one night I was putting him in bed, I'm just like, son, man, how many times do I got to tell you this? And it was instant. The father hit me, Jedediah, how many times I got to tell you that? Like, how many times I got to tell you this? I still love you. I was like, you're right. You're right. I mean, it was a self-check to myself in that moment. But the problem is, if you have to have finite answers to infinite questions, you're never going to move. Okay? I mean, God has knowledge that we will not even be able to attain. So don't try to. Some things are just better off just to let it be. So again, as I kind of close here, I don't know if I just sped through that or not, but again, when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. And remember, not today, Satan. The Son has his hands on me. And I think that was my last point up there, to just take home with you that not today, Satan. The Son has his hands on me. And just the more you dig into it, just take yourself out of it. Take yourself out of it. That's about the best way you can do it. I know every time I'm failing, I'm serving me, myself, and I. And those are the moments where you just need to sit back, let it go, give it to God. So I'm going to close here in prayer. And again, Lord, I thank you so much for providing this church family and this amazing support that you have here for us, Father. If there's anybody here today that is yours and continuing to deal with this battle, Father, just allow them to know that Jesus has his hands on them and that Satan has no power over them, Father. If you are here and you haven't made that decision yet, just know that you don't have to be good enough. You just need to be humble enough. Come, take your time. Know that Jesus died